Shalom, everyone. Rabbi Koach here. Let's get into some Torah. This week we are in parshat mishpatim. And mishpatim comes from the root shin, pei, tet, which means to judge or to govern. And all throughout this parsha, we see these ordinances that have been established between God and the people so that they know how to be in right relationship with each other. The first one that is established is that people up under indentured servitude can only serve 6 years. And then in the 7th year, they got to be let go. Makes a lot of sense that they would establish this first because they just spent a long time in indentured servitude in Mitzrayim. And they also established that when there are power differences in relationships, such as in the text, a man marries a woman, that the person in power cannot deny food, clothing, or conjugal rights, it says, so intimacy. And if they do, then the person can go and they don't have to pay a thing. It also speaks about the ordinance around harm of a pregnant person. The text says pregnant woman. I am intentionally saying pregnant person, but it says when you harm a pregnant person and the fetus dies, the person is fined. However, if the pregnant person dies, a life for a life, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a hand for a hand, a foot for a foot, a burn for a burn. Folks, the Torah is taking very seriously the harm and the death of those that are vulnerable among us. This ain't just you get fined. This is there will be a consequence that matches the harm. And I believe it's important that particularly this text, which I know a lot of people struggle with, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, is directly connected to the harm of a vulnerable person in the community. And yes, we should take that seriously. It also has ordinances around not harming or cursing your parents, ordinances around not having uncovered pits and stealing animals. It also has an ordinance around Shemitah. It's the first instance of Shemitah we get, and Shemitah means to lay fallow, to allow the land in particular in this instance to rest, that you may plant and harvest for 6 years, but that 7th year, you got to let it do what it's going to do on its own. Let it regenerate. And this rule, this ordinance, mirrors what we do every week. We work for 6 days, and the 7th day we rest, and this gets extended to the earth every 7 years. And for those following at home, we are in the 4th year of the 7-year cycle right now. And lastly, the people, when they heard all of these ordinances, the text says that Moses read it in their ears, that they said, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will shma, which can be interpreted hear, understand, and obey. Sometimes we just gotta do it. And like my granny would say, we will understand it by and by. Don't gotta do too much thinking about it. If you are being called to do a thing, I think this part is saying go on and do it. And let that learning and understanding come. Now, it's Shabbat. I hope that you are able to be good to yourself, be good to your family and your communities that are around you, that you get time to just be. And I will see you next week. Shabbat Shalom.